guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and let's talk about James Gunn, because recently he did an interview with IGN, and from that interview, I don't really trust what's about to happen with the DCU, because it's a complete mess. I don't understand the conflicting nature of WB, because you have this Superman movie that's supposed to be coming out, but then there's been people on social media saying that they saw the movie and that it was okay, but some people were like, you should have just continued with Henry Cavill instead and continued the story that Zach had for it. Don't know if it's true or not, but it's been rumored that some people have seen it, and they said that, yeah, it's not all that cracked up to be. We already know Superman and Lois is ending soon, and we already know Superman and Lois is the spiritual successor of Man of Steel. Pretty much, the writers and them always reference Zack Snyder as the blueprint for Superman and Lois, which is great because, you know, hey, why not? Anywho, don't keep coming, bitch. You see I'm coming. What the fuck you still coming for? You dumb fucker. See somebody backing out? Dumbass. Gonna still come. I hate when cars do that shit. The fuck you still coming out for? Anyway, like I was saying before I got rudely interrupted, we already know it's the spiritual successor of Man of Steel. Because, I mean, they stated it several times that Man of Steel is their inspiration for Superman and Lois, which you can tell, which I think it's a great blend of, you know, mature and heart. And I feel like if we had more time, I feel like that's what Zach would have gave us if people was patient enough. But, you know, people aren't patient. I mean, well, WB isn't patient. But anyway, this is another thing too that's disrespectful is James Gunn said that David Cornsweet and them, when they did the auditions, they destroyed Henry Cavill's Man of Steel suit, and they were laughing about it. Like, I don't find nothing funny or cute about that, because if Zack Snyder has said that, best believe it would a whole bunch of videos of y'all talking about how terrible of a person Zack Snyder is if he had said, oh, we accidentally destroyed Christopher Reeve's Superman suit. You know what I'm saying? The hypocrisy of it all, because it don't make no damn sense. Why would that be okay? Why would that be cute? It's not funny, it's not cute to even say some shit like that. That's how you know even more that my wallet is close to you, because if you're really sitting up here thinking this shit is funny, is cute, because why would you purposely destroy his suit? You know what I'm saying? There's height difference, measurements. Y'all know what the hell was going on. So I don't understand why the hell would y'all purposely put something on, destroy it, and then laugh about it. You know what I'm saying? Then the motherfucker, he said, oh, Peacemaker season 1's not canon, or whatever, but season 2 is canon to the new DCU. But then he also said everything from Peacemaker is canon except for Justice League and that Justice League scene. And he said, we'll get to it when we get to it. No, that's not how the fuck this shit works. That's what I'm saying. If you're going to do a reboot, do it fully or don't commit at all. Because if you're saying that Peacemaker is canon and everything in Peacemaker is canon except for that Justice League scene towards the end and the first Justice League movie, that means Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman is canon. Which means, why the fuck you just didn't keep Henry Cavill and just do Man of Steel 2? Like, you see how dumb that shit don't make no sense? It don't make sense. Then you're doing Creature Commandos, because why not? Oh my God, do y'all not understand what company this is? It is called DC Comics. It is not called Shitville. It is not called Shitville at all. Like, I don't know what the fuck y'all thinking. Why the fuck would you think we should be starting off the DC universe with Creature Commandos of all things? You know? It's weird. It is fucking weird. And you're talking about, yeah, there's going to be sex, violence, nudity. Really? That's the first thing you going to have for the DCU, for your version of DCU, is Creature Commandos. And they already talking about season 2. You don't even know if season 1 is great. Like, you're making a cartoon show that's supposed to be tying into a Superman movie that you don't even know if the audience wants. And from what people have been saying who saw the LA thing, they were like, yeah, you could have just got Henry Cavill back and just continued to where Zack Snyder left off. And honestly, I kind of believe it, because it's the same shit with Captain America 4. People keep going back, watching it, and there's always talking about oh, well, the movie's not that great, so Marvel's going back to do reshoots again. And think about it. This is supposed to be a Superman movie, right? Why does a Superman movie have an ensemble cast? And I'm not even talking about his supporting cast. I'm talking about an ensemble cast of heroes in that movie. You can't call a movie Batman, and Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, let's see, Zatanna, Katana, Outsiders are in there, Black Lightning shows up. Like, that's not a Batman movie. That's a fucking Justice League movie. You literally got characters from the Authority showing up, Creature Commandos, Suicide Squad showing up in that movie, Justice League International. Why is this called a Superman movie? And people are going to be like, oh, it's part of the story or whatever. No, fuck that bullshit. Fuck that bullshit. I never picked up a Superman comic book, and it's called, if it's in Superman, right? And characters are showing up. Guess what? It's not called Superman. It's called something else. And it don't make sense that your first established movie is going to have all of these characters in it. Now, then they're also talking about, oh yeah, they're going to do a Blue Beetle animated movie animated series is going to tie in with the DCU and pick up from where the first Blue Beetle movie, one of the lowest performance movies that nobody really went to go watch. Okay. And you wonder why people say DC stands for dead company, because what brain dead motherfuckers would greenlight shit from something that's not even successful? It's not successful. It wasn't successful. So why would you greenlight something that wasn't a success? You have no marketing ability. You don't know if it was marketable enough to even go for. And yet you're like, oh, okay, fine. Let's greenlight Creature Commandos. Why? Well, because it's something I want to do. And he was like, well, because, and he even said that. He was like, well, since I'm the CEO, I can greenlight whatever I want. Within reasons. And that's what I'm talking about. These CEOs and these people who claim they love these characters or whatever don't know fucking nothing. All this faux pas of him talking about he loves Superman and all that kind of stuff, when he been plenty of time shitting on heroes in Twitter. But y'all gonna be like, oh, I don't see it. Of course you don't, because he scrubbed his fucking Twitter account and all that bullshit when his ass got caught at them little damn nasty ass parties. Remember when Disney fired him? From those inappropriate jokes and stuff like that? And people was bringing up the fact that he was attending those damn parties and talking about children in sexual manners. Oh, they're jokes. You don't joke about minors like that. Don't nobody like that shit. Especially in a sexual manner. That's weird. Like, damn. But we're going to excuse that because apparently Zack Snyder's the worst thing ever, right? But every director you chose after him has completely destroyed your characters. Or you listen to them, you gave them creative control, but you took away the creative control of Zack Snyder, James Gunn, and David Ayer. Make that shit make sense. But everybody else got free control. And then you gave $250 million to Todd Phillips, and Joaquin Phoenix, and what the fuck they gave you? Joker, follow your duel. Follow your shit. You know what I'm saying? Then I don't even know what the budget was for the Suicide Squad that James Gunn that did, and that movie made only $186 million and still haven't made a profit for the studio. But no, he's the best pick for the studio. Make the shit make sense. It don't make no sense. Oh, then he talking about, oh, he's not gonna be able to make it out to this, what, I think CCPX, if I'm saying it right, another event. And I'm just like, how many goddamn times you gonna fucking miss events? Like, I've never seen something like this shit before. Hell, even Zach Henry, Ben, Gal was showing up at more events than you were when it was time for them to promote all the DC stuff. Man of Steel, Batman, Justice League, Aquaman, they were there. They were out there promoting the shit. Showed up to almost every fan event that it was possible. You can't even get James to show up. And I wonder why. Oh, wait, because his shit, he know damn well his shit probably sucked and the audience probably don't want it. Think about it. The promotional material for Superman, which we're going to call it Superman Legacy, has been absolute shit. And I know some people are, oh, they're going to wrap it up for... No, because even then, when we found out about Man of Steel merchandise and promotional stuff started almost 2 years before it was time for it to come out. We was getting updates, we was getting shots or whatever. Merchandise was starting to coming out. DC was starting to put more focus on Superman and whatever. Even if it is the New 52 version of Superman, they still was putting focus on there. Where's the focus? Where is the focus on Superman at? Nowhere to be found. I just don't get it. I really don't understand what the hell is going on. It's unhingeable to put this weirdo in charge of DC Studios. It doesn't make sense. And then what, the Batman 2? How long is it going to take? How long is it going to take? If Penguin was so-called successful, Batman 2 should be filming by early January. January should be, yes, we're filming. We're filming in January. Once the new year is over, January the 15th is when we're starting. Whatever the Monday is after or whatever, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to happen. That's what we're going to do. Because this shit don't make sense. It is awkward. It is awkward. I don't get it. I don't get it. You think trashing Henry Cavill's suit is going to make people want to go watch. You think not really telling people that Henry Cavill's not back, because a lot of the audience don't know. A lot of y'all swear, but no, a lot of the audience is not online like that. A lot of the audience is excited to see Henry Cavill Superman. They don't know that. A lot of people don't know. Like, if you talk to an average person who don't really keep up about, but they was like, they heard about there's a Superman movie coming up, and they was like, finally Henry Cavill gets to have a sequel. And you're just like, no, it's not Henry Cavill. They were like, who is it going to be then? They were like, David Cornsweet. They were like, who the fuck is that? Like, the audience does not know, and the audience reject. They've been telling you, and these movies are going to continue to fail because you keep rejecting the audience. The audience is telling you what the fuck they wanted. And the more you reject that shit, the more they're not going to show up. You can't have the Batman have his own series, but then not have Zack Snyder's DC stuff. You get what I'm saying? Like, James Gunn can have his DC stuff, but let Zack Snyder have his DC stuff that people really want to see. Let people still have Superman and Lois or whatever. Like, this is supposed to be a multiverse, right? DC is known for its multiverse. So why would you get rid of all of the stuff that people actually enjoy and like from the DC universe and then say we're going to focus on just this only, but you have already insulted half of your audience, and half of your audience already told you what the fuck they're going to support and what they're not going to support. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know what to tell y'all, because this shit don't make sense. Not one bit. Not one bit to me. I don't get it at all. But it's just like, okay, so everything is canon. That means the DCEU really isn't dead. It's just that they're recasting certain characters, I guess. And then Peacemaker is supposed to be coming out later, but you already wrapped up season 2. Shouldn't we already just go ahead and premiere season 2 of Peacemaker like next year? Yeah, Superman don't come out until summer, but if you already got it pre-production and everything's already finished for it, why not just go ahead and just, you know what I'm saying? It's already bad enough that character's been bastardized too. And that's another thing too. You want to talk about not getting the character right. James Gunn. Everybody was like, oh, the characters got hard or whatever. No, the fuck they don't. They're brass. They're rude. They're nasty. They're gross looking. They're highly disrespectful to a lot of the characters. You really want to talk about, oh, Guardians of the Galaxy had heart? Where? You mean that moment that Groot sacrificed himself? Ooh, wow, congratulations. That's not really heart. That's not really heart. They couldn't stand each other, and that's not what the Guardians of the Galaxy is. Guardians of the Galaxy is a strike team of some of the galaxy's most deadliest foes, and they don't mind killing to save the galaxy. And Star-Lord is highly respected. Rocket Raccoon disrespecting him like that, making him the butt of the joke. The team don't really respect him, even if he is the leader or whatever. Drax being muscle stupid. Groot only saying one word. What do you mean heart and soul? That's not heart or soul. That is just like, well, then some people gonna be like, well, you know, they weren't that interested in the comic books. How would you know? You don't read them. You don't read them. A lot of y'all don't even read the shit, but will try to tell comic book fans how wrong they are about these characters. They didn't have any heart and soul, or, you know, sometimes they can change it up for the better. No, not really, because now that they made that changes, the comic books are boring. They haven't been able to successfully sell Guardians of the Galaxy after they made the changes from what James Gunn did to the characters. There's no Guardians of the Galaxy ongoing series right now. We don't really see them in the Marvel Universe because nobody wants to see them. But they even did a Guardians of the Galaxy show that people didn't even watch because of the fact that it is literally based off of the MCU, and people do not want to see the MCU versions of the Guardians of the Galaxy. You know, and I played the game. You know, and in the Suicide Squad made less than Suicide Squad. As much as y'all want to talk trash about it, David Ayer was able to make something that was compelling and interesting compared to what James Gunn did. Because if it was so-called good, like y'all like to say, how come nobody showed up? And again, you can't really use that pandemic because people showed up. I mean, because people brought HBO Max and brought the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League. They were able to market off of that, and they were able to make money off of that, and their stocks went up when that happened. The stocks ain't went up yet. The stocks been down since then. When you didn't announce, when you was at height of momentum, you got answered. I'm saying, well, that's the one and done. We're done. We're not ever going to do anything back. And as soon as she said that, the stocks dropped. The stocks for the DC universe dropped, and that was the same thing with Warner Brothers. And they haven't really recovered. You think the Penguin did something? No. You think the announcement of Superman did something? No. The stocks are still free falling. You don't have anything exciting. The only time they spiked is when the announcement of Henry Cavill as Superman came back as Superman. That's when it spiked. when Zack Snyder did his Justice League stuff for HBO Max. That's when it spiked. After that, nothing. Do you not understand how terrible that is? You're doing a Superman movie and there's no momentum for it. You're talking about Creature Commandos. No momentum for it because nobody give a damn. We just saw Suicide Squad, Isuka. We already seen Peacemaker. We don't need to see Creature Commando because it's the same bullshit. It's the same bullshit. You're going to have a man that's supposed to be in charge, but he gets belittled by almost everybody that's around him. Or disrespected, or they ignore his orders or whatever. You think it's funny and cute or whatever. While you have one character that doesn't really say any words, that's supposed to be cute. And a badass female character, no nonsense, that might be the love interest of a potential love interest for the guy. Tell me I did not describe almost all of the shows. I described Suicide Squad. I described Peacemaker. I described Guardians of the Galaxy. So we kind of know these beats. Even if all of that doesn't really happen, most of that stuff happens. So I don't know what the fuck y'all think somebody supposed to be hyped for with this shit, but I ain't. But hey, it is what it is, right? You know, hey, do what you do, WB. Do what you do, WB. So, like I said, his Superman movie better make $1 billion. It has to. It has to make $1 billion. You can't excuse it. You can't make excuses for it. You can't say, oh, this or that, blah, 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 whatever. No, it has to make $1 billion at the box office. Just like that was the same amount of pressure that was on the first Man of Steel movie, because it made only $658 million worldwide. So, you know, I mean, $624 million worldwide. So, WB considered that a failure. So, Superman has to make $1 billion at this point, because you got too many characters in there. Just being honest. I'm just being honest. If anything, they really should have merchandise right now for the Christmas season, so the parents can buy the kids Superman stuff for Christmas. But hey, y'all know marketing better than I do, right? Clearly it's been successfully working for you for the past couple of movies, right? Oh, okay, right, yeah, right, yep. All right, but hey, those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Follow, like, and share all that fun stuff. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.